Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If today is the first time coming across my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification bell so that anytime I upload new video, you will be the first to be notified. I really appreciate everyone that is supporting me. May God bless you all. Please don't forget to share my videos, like, leave positive comment down below in the comment section. See you guys on my next video. Bye bye. Hello my people. I bring on another message from one of our beautiful pastor. He talk the matter wey concerning Osinachi Nwachukwu. My people, una need to really listen to these messages because now at least people need to speak. Before people know many pastors know they tell people say if man they be they make they come up for marriage. You understand? So now they come they preacher. You understand? Now they come they preach. At least make them put people through. No be say person husband go working out for marriage and go declare and fasting. After fasting, the thing go see they repeat on now say sister remember that Bible say for better for worse. At least now many pastors they speak out. Many pastors now don't they preach and say don't stay in abusive relationship, abusive marriage, don't stay in it. So my people will have to listen to this message. I will drop the video. Me wanna watch. If I finish to watch, man, don't forget to leave on our own opinion what you think of the video. So my people, I greet you a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time we be so I go take come across this video. So make I drop the video, make on a watch.
So don't marry a man that can't see you. Don't marry a man that wants you for everything but who you really are and who you can become. Remember, a husband is a groomsman. And if he can't see the possibilities in you, if he can't see the woman that you can become tomorrow, there's no point marrying him. So number one, don't marry him if he cannot see. Number two, don't marry him if he's insecure and jealous. I don't know how women do these things, but you guys that do these things, I salute you. I don't know how you can marry a man that would be uncomfortable with you being successful. I don't know how you can marry a man who is not rooting for you. I don't know how you can marry a man who is not your biggest cheerleader. One of the worst things you can do to yourself is marry a man who is insecure. First of all, men already have a large ego, and that's already something you have to deal with. And imagine someone who has issues with women being great. Now, I don't know if anyone, and I mean literally anyone, whether male or female, should dim their light for anyone else. The Bible says arise and shine. So why would anybody want to dim their lives and shrink down? It says arise and shine. So whatever is inside of you, one of the worst ways to live is trying to hide your light because you don't want to make someone else around you uncomfortable. Trying to live your life walking around tiptoeing all your life. That's going to be so horrible. Or walking around on eggshells. That is such a horrible way to live. If you're going to live with someone for the rest of your life, one of the things you must be is comfortable around them. You should be comfortable to be great. Be comfortable to share your testimonies. You shouldn't worry about, oh, if I get this job, how is it going to feel? Or if I progress in my career, how is it going to take it? No, you should be excited knowing that when you get home and you share your testimony, it's going to be just as excited, if not more excited for you. Every time I have a big win, my husband is excited, he's jumping, sometimes even much more than me, because sometimes I'm like, I don't understand why you're this happy. And then he's like, big preacher. I'm like, what's that? My wife is a celeb. I say, I beg, hold it. But imagine having to always worry about what testimony to share, always having to worry about how to declare whether you have this money or not, because you don't know how he's going to take it. You don't know what you will say that will make him uncomfortable. So don't marry a man that is insecure. The truth is, it's not your responsibility to make him secure. However, if you have a husband who celebrates you and pushes you to be the best that you can be and encourages you, please do not now turn out to be disrespectful or not submissive just because you think you've made it in life. We must both be able to thrive and encourage each other and love on each other. So don't marry a man that's insecure. It's one of the worst things you can do to yourself as a single lady. And if you're a single lady right now and you are hiding your car or your house, or you can live your best life and you're hiding it because you're afraid that men are not going to marry, trust me, those are not the kind of men that you would marry anyway, or you should marry anyway. No. Don't dim your life for anyone. Buy that car, travel the world, enjoy yourself, wear the dress, buy the shoes, do whatever. If you can afford it, if you earned it, you deserve it, okay? So marry a man that will celebrate all your wins. Don't marry him if he's insecure or he's jealous. Number 3, and this one is arguably one of my favorites. Don't marry him if he's a mommy's boy. Like, to be honest, if I was doing this in the service, and I think this is what I did during the service, I'd probably bring a feeding bottle. So you'd see how ridiculous it is for a grown man to be holding onto his mother's apron strings, trying to get her to change his diapers or trying to get milk from her. It is just absolutely ridiculous. If a man calls his mother, "Mommy," run. If he says, "My mommy says," run. If he says, "Wait, I have to ask mommy," run. Take my advice and run. Bible says, "For this reason shall a man," not a boy, a man, leave his father and his mother, leave his daddy and his mommy, and cleave. So it speaks of maturity. If he's not mature, if he's a mommy's boy, if everything he does, he has to run it by his mom, it's not a man to marry, okay? And I'm not saying that you should marry a man who's disrespectful to his mother, because the truth is the way he treats his mom is most likely the way he's going to treat you, or his sisters for that matter. But if he's the kind of person that cannot make decisions on his own, if he's the kind of person that is easily influenced by his mom, siblings, anyone really, if he's the kind of person that cannot make any decision and stick to it, he's not the kind of man that you should marry. It's very dangerous to be stuck with a mommy's boy. I've seen families utterly destroyed by a man who cannot stand up for anything. I know someone who his mom would come to his house and beat up his wife, and he would say nothing about it. He would say things like, "What am I going to do now? She's my mom." She's your mom. That's the reason why you can do something about it. You are the one that can tell her, "Oh, don't do this." That's crossing the line. So if you meet a guy who can't stand up his mom, trust me, there'll be times that in the marriage you probably will be at loggerheads with her. Hopefully not, but there will be times it can happen. So you need a man who's be able to stand up for what is right, a man who's going to be able to stand up for what he believes. So don't marry a mommy's boy. Don't marry a boy who's still taking money from his mom. Whoever holds the purse strings controls the family. So if your mother-in-law is still controlling everything, if she's giving freedom to just waltz into the home at any time, that's why the Bible says a man must leave to cleave. There can't be any cleaving if there's no leaving. So he has to leave his mom and his dad to be able to cleave to you properly. I don't know, because I'm playing weird scenarios in my head, but I'm just imagining that you probably grew up in a family where you guys won't pound yam. You're a pounder kind of girl, you know. You make it on fire, just turn the tin. Nobody's hearing the sound of mortar and piston in your house or anything. And then his mom just says, "Oh no, that's not. My son doesn't eat. He only eats fresh pounded yam." And then she now goes on to take over from. Let me tell you, it might seem like that's her business. She can do, because I literally can hear some of you rolling your eyes. That's her business. She wants to pound yam. Let me tell you, it starts with little things. Before you know it, she says, "Oh, my son doesn't do this. My son doesn't do that. Oh, we don't do this in our family." And then he says, "Oh, yes, what mommy said. Oh, yes, what mommy said." It starts with little things like that. There's a scenario that people used to use back then. I don't know if it's gone around in recent times, but there's this scenario about a woman. I don't know if it's a true story, but about a woman that used to go around when we still had Blackberries. It was a broadcast. There was a woman who left her new baby with her mother-in-law. By the time she came back, the woman had given the baby large tribal marks, like as if the child fought a tiger, you know what I mean? And the woman was livid. And she was like, they were like, "What will you do?" And someone was saying, "I was going to do my mother." And I'm just thinking, if your husband is a mommy's boy, and trust me, you're not doing anything about it. So if you know that your husband can't stand up for himself, he can't make decisions, or your fiance, then don't marry him. So that would be my number 3. Don't marry me if he's a mommy's boy. Number 4, don't marry him if he's abusive. Now, I don't care whether it is physically, emotionally, verbally, psychologically, social medially, I don't know, whatever way. If he's abusive, it's a no-go. That's a good time to just run for your life. I've heard a lot of women say things like, "Oh no, he didn't mean it," or "He does something really mean, talks down on you, very condescending in public, he's nasty, he's mean, and then he has a way of just buying you gifts to just make it." It's not all right. He didn't mean, no, he's not all right. If he's abusive, it is a horrible way to live. Some people say things like, "Oh, but he's never hits me," or his words are hitting you daily. He says things like, "You're stupid." He says things like, "I don't even know I'm stuck with you." He says things like, "I'm even doing you a favor by being with you." No one is doing you a favor by being with you. You are the prize. I say this all the time to ladies. You are the prize. He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. So you are the good thing. You are the favor pipe. Without you, there's no favor. So every man that meets you should actually see it as a privilege to have you in his life. So if a man makes you feel less than you are, whether he's hitting, if he's hitting, he can't even be hitting you. Why is he hitting you? Let me not be angry. Why is he hitting you? No, let's stop and think about it for a few minutes. Why is he hitting you? No, he's not hitting you. If he's threatening to hit you, if he's giving you body, body, like he's threatening to slap you, you run for your life. Run for your life. I know someone who, and you know the bad thing about abuse? Abuse is, it has a way of suppressing you till you start accepting it as if it's normal. So I know of a woman who her husband would beat her. Hey God, I'm still angry just thinking about it. My whole body's shaking. He would beat her. He beat her one day with a plastic chair in their house. Beat her until the chair was broken. How does another human being break a chair on you? And she was crying and blocking. Because I had to ask her, I say, so, no vex, because I'm about to switch. No vex, as they beat you, what do you do? She said, oh, I'm dodging. I said, you did dodge. Hey, God. So let's not. I'm not teaching you guys violence, but let's just say just run for your life. Let's leave it there. If a guy is abusive, just run for your life. It's not a conversation for you to have. And I've heard crazy things like other single girls telling this, like real life, not that they just said me. I was sitting somewhere in my office when I used to work in Port Harcourt, and someone's boyfriend, not husband, boyfriend, not father, boyfriend. And I'm stressing not husband, not father, because even those ones don't have a right to beat you like that. Especially if you're an adult. If you're a child, your father can smack you, but if you're an adult, So anyhow, said her boyfriend beat her. And then as her boyfriend beat her, the ones in the office were telling her, how you gonna say man love you? If he no beats you, how you gonna say love you? I was livid. I was like, how is that the advice you give someone you guys call your friend? Say, don't answer this Lagos girl, we don't know as Lagos love DP. Wow. There's no Lagos love. There's no Port Harcourt love. There's no Warri love. There's only love in the Bible. And the love in the Bible tells me that love is patient, love is kind. It doesn't anywhere mention that love is abusive. So don't take anything abusive from anyone. I don't care how many gifts he buys you after. I don't care how many times he puts you on his DP and on social media and puts all the nice words. When he comes into the house, he's beating you. If at any time he's coming close to you and you feel fear, run. That's abuse. Some of us are so abused, we don't even understand what abuse is. Some of us are so comfortable with being in toxic situations, we don't even know what toxicity is anymore. If someone is treating you like you are less than a human being, if a man is punching you, hitting you, scratching, kicking, whatever, talk to someone. Open up, don't hide. Talk to someone and run for your life. So don't marry him if he's abusive, whether it's verbally, whether it's emotionally. So you have a small argument, he doesn't talk to you for weeks, literally makes you beg for attention. Run for your life. You deserve better, okay? Tell them I said so. Run for your life. So number 5, don't marry him if he's hot-tempered. Yeah, I know this is like piggybacking off the last point. So don't marry him if he's hot-tempered. Sometimes people are abusive and they're not necessarily hot-tempered. But I'm talking anger, visible anger. Shouting, raised voices, little things that you do will trigger extreme reactions. So you crack a joke and it's like, how dare you? Oga, what did I carry? What did you throw? What's really going on, sir? It's not that deep at all. You say something to him and he just feels, he's very vocal about how disrespectful you are and shouting, and nobody can seem to calm him down. Don't marry a man that is hot-tempered. If he's hot-tempered, he's most likely going to be irrational. Anger is a spirit, and take this from someone who used to be very angry. Anger is a spirit. If there's violence, it usually is triggered by anger. And it takes, no, don't marry a man that is angry. Honestly, I'm saying this because I've had too many women send me messages and say things like, oh, I love him, he's sweet, he's this, but he's very hot-tempered. And that's a recipe for disaster, because a man that is hot-tempered means that he can't control himself. And I've seen people literally almost kill someone because they are angry. It's a terrible thing. So don't sit there and say, oh, it's not really like that. It's just that he lost his temper. And I always say, he lost his temper. Must he find it on you? Must it be you he's beating? Someone actually told me that she's dating someone that he's very hot-tempered, but he's never hit her. I said, well, how does that work? She said, oh, that anytime he's angry, he hits the wall. So my question is, the day there's no wall, and you're the only one standing, and somehow, because anger makes you blind. Remember the saying, blind with fury? Yeah. Anger makes you blind. So imagine he's furious and he can't see anymore. And for some funny reason, Satan just makes you look like a wall. Think about it. Think about it. And jot things down. Just think about it for a minute. I don't know where you're going to end up. But let me tell you, people have died because of anger. So if a man is hot-tempered, he's not the kind of man you want to toy with. I know he will probably calm down after and apologize, but what happens between the time he's angry and he apologizes, usually only God can deliver you from. So if a man is hot-tempered, I would say run for your life. So don't marry him if you see any traces of uncontrolled anger. Anger is not a bad thing, only that the Bible says, in your anger do not sin. So what does he do when he's angry? That's what I'm concerned about. It says, do not let your anger, do not let the sun go down on your anger. What happens when someone has prolonged anger, or he can't express himself? He can't have a mature conversation and say, what you did, I don't like it. No, he has to use his fists. He has to use his head. He has to body slam you and do power drive and all those kind of moves that you do in WWE, all those kind of things. No. If a man is hot-tempered, trust me, he's not the kind of person that you want to toy with. The Bible says that anger rests in the bosom of fools. When someone is angry, they make foolish decisions, including stabbing women. So if a man is hot-tempered or he's violent, that's a good place to end that relationship. So I would say don't marry him if he's hot-tempered. Oh, let me quickly add to that. Don't marry him if he's opinionated as well. So if he's hot-tempered, violent, or opinionated, he's a no-no, okay? Nobody can be right all the time. Usually the three go together. Like, how dare you? Why would you say that? This is what I want. Because, sir, who are you? How can it be only what you want? We're two people in the relationship. I've told her I don't like this. What about things she doesn't like, sir? So please, if he's opinionated, you can't get a word across. It's only what he wants that happens in the relationship. And the head, that's when he remembers it's the head, forgetting that the head is a leadership position. It's a leadership role, and it speaks of responsibility and love and tender care. So if he can't give you all those three things, please run away. He can't give you love, if he's not responsible, he's not a leader, and he can't be tender with you, please run for your life. So I would say don't marry him if he's hot-tempered, violent, or opinionated.
Thank you everyone for watching. Please
Hi
don't forget to leave
guys,
your
welcome
own
back to my
opinion, what you
YouTube
think
channel.
about this video.
If today is
See
your
you
first
guys on
time
my
coming
next
across
video.
my channel,
Bye bye.
please